Hey there, just hanging out here on this beautiful, beautiful day, coming at you live. You know, it's been kind of a cool last couple days that I've been able to really do some reflection and look back at the last 5 months of us doing these best year ever events. Hey Rosie, I'm just doing a little reflection right now about our very, very, very first event where we talked about vision and we talked about purpose. And I thought, gosh, that's a real deep, deep, deep place to go for a first event, but it laid down some amazing foundations and some ground rules and just things that really helped me in these last 5 months. So, I'm working on an identity upgrade. And I wanted to share with you guys, whether you are live here today, thanks Rosie, hi Cindy, or whether you watch this back, but I wanted to share with you guys how I've applied some of these things in my life so that I can have an identity upgrade, because I'm still working on being a better person every single day, right? And I'm also working on vanquishing old beliefs and replacing them with new beliefs, right? Cindy, Rosie, isn't that something that you think about? Like, how can I take away some old beliefs that I have in my life and create some new beliefs? And it takes work, right? It takes that theory and it takes that practice and it takes, hey Holly, it takes all of those things that we're learning on a daily basis. Hey Laura. So I'm gonna share with you today some of my old beliefs and some of my new beliefs, which is giving me this really super awesome identity upgrade, which really excites me because January 1st, 5 months ago, I felt a little different about these things. So with this identity upgrade, hey there, I have increased my confidence level. I am a better coach. I love coaching even more. I love doing one-on-one coaching. I love doing group coaching. I love teaching meditation. I love doing an event. I love presenting. I love educating and teaching. I'm a better human. I'm better for all of these reasons. And this is why, our first event, I have the paper. I know it's backwards to you guys, but I want to see your awesome comments today. Who out of you guys, Laura, Holly, Cindy, Rosie, who was at our very first event when we talked about vision and purpose? We went live with it, and we also went, we had it at a location. So text or type in there if you were at our first event. Thanks, Cindy. So that would be super awesome, so I know for sure. But vision and purpose, and we're bringing all that back around again when we are talking about our process goals, right? Our process daily goals, our identity goals, our outcome goals. Like, we're talking all about that again right now, which is so awesome because now it makes so much more sense, even to me as the coach, it makes so much more sense because I've done the work. So I'm going to share a few things, and just keep in mind, I don't have it flipped today because I wanted to see your comments, but you know how I love being creative. And so I've got a sign up and it says old beliefs, and I've got my new sign. So Rosie, thank you. She watched it on Facebook. So that was super awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. So old belief, backwards. That's okay. My old belief was that I believed that if I was super, super busy, that I was super successful. That's not working. Hey, Allison. Happy Tuesday. So my old belief meant that I was super busy and super successful. And my new belief, guess what? I got a sign for that too. New belief. My new belief is that I don't have to be super busy and crazy and running around with my head cut off and not taking care of myself to be successful, right? I have so many tools that I've learned that I know how to now build my day the night before. I have time blocks. I have this idea of quality versus quantity when I thought quantity meant success. And that's not what it means. It's the quality that you're putting into it. It's the time that you're putting into it. It's the thought you're putting into it. It's about being present through every single action that we do every day, whether that's monotonous like washing dishes, mowing the lawn. Find peace within that. And so my new belief is that I don't have to be working 30, 40, 50 extra hours a week. I don't have to work 12, 13, 14-hour days. I just don't have to do that to feel successful, because it's about me, right? Hey, Tanis, it's about my identity, right? So tell me, if you guys want to, in the comments, did anybody have a old belief or current belief that they thought that being super busy meant they were super successful? So share with me on that one, and I'll just keep talking here. So I did the deep work. I did all these things. And now I realize that quality is so much more important. That presence is so much more important. And having that wildly important goal and knowing what's important now is so important to me. So that's my first one. And share with me if you guys felt that way too. Okay, my next old belief is that I thought I would be amazing at 5 to 6 hours of sleep. I thought that was where my sleep barometer or meter was at. And so Tanis said I did. She used to work 60 to 80 hours a week, right, Tanis? I mean, why would we do that to ourselves? Like, quality of life, self-care, so important, right? So my second one was I only needed 5 to 6 hours of sleep. I used to think, old belief, that I'd wake up at 2:30 in the morning, get on a 5 a.m. flight, fly on over to Seattle, drive 30 to 45 minutes to my headquarters office, and then do a 3-hour work group that I facilitated, and then go about my day, and then stay after work, because I thought, if I'm out of town, I might as well just keep working. I mean, I don't need to do anything else. I'm just going to keep working. And then on my flight home, whether it be that evening or the 2, 3, 4 days later, I would then take the 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock flight home. I mean, who in the heck does that to themselves? Hey, Kendra. So I got Rosie that she actually does more in a day when she starts getting ready and planning the night before. I love that, Rosie. I love it. You are so right. That is so true. That is another new belief, right? New belief that we have. So we're talking about old beliefs, and we are sharing our new beliefs, right? So you guys can share your old and new beliefs as I'm talking. Please do. Engage. I love you guys. Like, fill me up when I get to hear what you guys are doing and how things are helping, or if you're struggling with something. So my old belief was totally like I just was going to work all day long and all night long and take my flights super early in the morning. And then one day my boss said something like, you can travel within work hours. And I was like, what? I can? Like, I didn't even know that was like an option. I thought that I had to show, right? Just kind of going back to that other belief about being super busy. I had to show that I was super successful by being the last one to leave all the time. And that's not my quality of work, which I do, surpasses, like, if I'm going to stay an hour or two. Nobody cares. Honestly, nobody really cares. So my new belief is that I run off of 7 to 9 hours. I love it. I am on it. My memory is better. I'm clearer. I speak better. I can have better conversations. It impacts my eating, my moving. It impacts my energy, my work, my love, right? It impacts all of those things. So my old belief, I only needed a couple hours of sleep. Well, 5 or 6, sometimes less. New belief, I go 7 to 9, and I'm shooting for the 9 because I love it. I love sleep. I love feeling good. I love rejuvenating my body. I love being energized. Tana said that her old belief was that I only needed 6 hours of sleep, right? I know. And your new belief is now you need 7 to 9. I love it. These are identity upgrades, right? As we take care of ourselves and as we actually become present in the moment and appreciate what we have, we are upgrading our own identity, right? I love it. Tana said, and with that extra sleep, I can get my job done in 40 hours. Thank you. Thank you for relating that back to getting enough sleep, being more productive, and not overworking, because it all works out in the end as long as we do the things we're supposed to do, which a lot of it comes back to taking care of yourself, right? Let's take care of ourselves. So, old belief, third one, that I gave gratitude only when good things were happening, right? That I was always kind, but gratitude was something that I think I only showed outwardly and inwardly, right? Because we're grateful for ourselves. I only showed that when, I got my boots on, when good things were happening, right? That was my old belief. New belief is that I realized that gratitude saves my day. It saves my bacon in the good and in the bad. And usually what I'm getting most out of it is when something crappy happens, right? Because it happens every day. Something out of your control happens. And what do you do? How do you respond? How can you be grateful for the crappy things that are happening? There's a lot of crappy things happening, right? I'm not going to get into a ton of those right now. And I want you all to make sure that you're taking care of yourself and being kind to each other. At the same time as that gratitude piece, I used to think that it was only needed when good things happened. Well, nope. My new belief is that gratitude happens when crappy things happen too. Because I tell you what, I have learned more about myself during this last 2 months, 3 months. I have been more successful with my eating, my sleeping, my protocols this last 3 months. And this is what you do, right? When the crappy things happen, that's the most important time. The most important time to have gratitude. So try that. Hey Barney, how you doing? So Holly said gratitude leaves so very much room. Gratitude leaves so very room for negativity. I think you're saying gratitude doesn't leave any room for negativity, which I totally agree with. If you can be grateful, it's really hard to shove some negativity into your brain at that point. Cindy said an old belief was that exercise negates intake. The more I worked out, the more I could eat. And that is an understandable old belief, Cindy. And I would like you to share with me your new belief with food and intake, and that the more you work out means the more you can eat. And I think that's a myth that a lot of us struggle with, because we're like, I'm rewarding myself with this chocolate cake or a brownie or a milkshake or something super yummy like that. And we want to reward ourselves with taking care of ourselves, right? Barney said, we learn who we are. And we do, right? I said in that very, very first event we had, I believe, the Shmee of me, right? The subject matter expert of me. I'm going to be putting together actually an 8-week series on being the Shmee of you and identity, which I'm super excited to share with you guys at some point. But that is so right. And then Tana said that you earned it, right? I earned it because I worked out real hard. And Holly said, yes, sorry, cooking while interacting. Oh, that's okay. No problem. I can probably figure out what you're saying, because I know you're pretty positive, and positive negates negativity. And then Cindy said, new belief, thank you. Nutrition fuels my body so I can perform better, right? Yeah. That's so awesome. I love it. I love it. So, number 4, old belief. I believed that there wasn't really any need for me to plan. I didn't really need to organize my day much. I just wrote out my lists and lists and lists of stuff to do every day. And I never really got that list done, I tell you. It was pretty frustrating. So I needed less structure. That's what I thought. I thought that I didn't really need to have such a structured morning and evening, because we know that our control of our day is in the morning and in the evening. It's that middle part that we all kind of fall apart sometimes, and sometimes not. But that's the time when we are like, oh my gosh, this crap shit hit the fan. Like, what are we supposed to do? So, Barney said, OB, I don't count. So that was my old belief, right? Old belief. I didn't have to structure. I didn't have to plan. I didn't have to do digital sunset, right? I didn't have to turn my electronics off at a decent time. I thought that I can just stay up all night, watch TV until I fall asleep, and then I'm going to wake up perky with my 5-6 hours of sleep, right? Hey, Michael, and hello, Mark. Thank you guys for joining. We're just talking about old and new beliefs and how we do an identity upgrade. We're on our second to last one. And so my old belief that I didn't need any protocols, that I didn't need any structure, that I didn't need to plan my day, right? New belief, love it, new belief. New belief is that my protocols are how I am successful. My AM rituals, my meditation every morning, my journaling every morning, my identity journaling every morning, my gratitude every morning absolutely has changed my life. You know, I've been doing it straight. This is my second journal, and I write in every single page of it. I bring this everywhere I go. It's got everything in it, my plus ones, my time blocks. I learned that building my day the night before helps me be super, 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 super successful, right? Because if I can control that morning and evening as much as I can, and then what I do is I create, and we talked about this before, I create an armor for myself. With my meditation, with my deep breathing, with my stretching, with everything I do to take care of myself, I take on the day with my armor. I literally sometimes, which my friend Carmen shared this with me, is I pretend I'm putting armor on in the morning. I'm putting my boots on, putting all this stuff on, I got my shield, got my sword, and I just envision that that's protecting me, but it's because of all of the things that I'm doing, right? The deep work, all that stuff. So my new belief is protocols are important. If you don't know them, you should be watching some of these best year ever events and all of our stuff in the last 5 months. Give you a ton of tools on things to do to help you de-stress your life, to become more anti-fragile, and just be a better person. The whole goal of all this is to close the gap between who you are currently and who you are capable of being. And that's something that I enjoy and I work on every single day of my life. I have my crappy moments. I'm a complete jerk sometimes. I'm reacting to my husband because he says something and I didn't like the way he said it. Believe me, I have so much more work to do, But I'm going to share the last old and new belief after I say Rosie's comment. Rosie said, I like sunny days, but rainy days happen and sometimes are needed so we can stay thankful for the sunny days. Exactly what I was talking about. The gratitude out of something that might appear negative to somebody, right? Some people love sunny days. Some people don't like sunny days. But let's be grateful for them because they do make, oh my gosh, if you could see my lawn, it's like the greenest it's ever been in its whole life because we've had all this rain. And I get to look at it and enjoy it. Barney says, I always go back to notes. Reviewed 2008 compassion and what shame does to people and self. And I love that. I love reflecting back on my stuff because I can definitely see the growth and then I can see the areas that I need to have some improvement. So last old belief is that big goals are overwhelming and that I just put them off and continue to procrastinate, right? Procrastinate and put those big old goals off and that they're so overwhelming. I just kept saying, I'll do that next year. I'll do that next month. I'll do it later. I'll do it later. I'll do it later. And my new belief is that's BS. That's BS. Why would I do that to myself, right? I understand that there are tools out there like the Whoop, like many other things, like breaking down the process goals into 3 daily action items that you do every day. Those are what's getting me going. I hadn't done one live video 5 months ago. Now I do probably 2 to 5 a week. I mean, I enjoy talking to you all, even though it's through this remote, access, but I enjoy this. I get high off of it. I love it. I realize that all these tools that I'm learning, that I'm applying, and that those big goals anymore are just not so overwhelming because I just lay down the step. Create the action, right? Action, action, action. Create the one thing you're going to do. I don't care if it's one thing you're going to do today. Do it, right? Just do it. I know for myself that I can write a list of 10 things down every day on my planner. And I don't get anything done, But if I say I'm going to work on that one thing right now, today, I'm going to have it done by the end of the day, I am so much more successful. I have gotten so much more done than writing a big old list of 10 things. So Barney gave thank you card to Garbage Man, being grateful. I love that. Those guys have thankless jobs, right? They need someone to appreciate them. Could you imagine if we had our garbage just sitting in our yard? That would be disgusting. So yes, Barney, thank you so much. You are also super awesome. Anything else that you guys want to share in the comments about any old beliefs or any new beliefs, I would love to hear. If you watch this back, please share, because I will get back on here and I will comment. I will have a full-on conversation with you on this comment boxes. So Barney said, big goals always get smaller. I love it. I love that visual, right? Here's a big goal, and as you chip away, boom, 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 just gets smaller and smaller, and then bam, then you drop the mic and you're like, I did that. And then guess what you do? You shoot for another goal, right? That's the closing that gap. Boom, 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 to who I am capable of being, knowing I'm never going to be perfect, right? So Holly says, it shows you do awesome work and you're helping and being inspiring. So mwah, thank you, Holly. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. And Tana said, I put daily goals in my journal so I can check them off. I like checking things off. I know you like checking things off. You are super productive with your running and your Ultra Beast training and all that fun stuff when you have something to check off. So, and then Barney said, you become stronger. Yes, it brings that confidence level up to like an amazing, it's just like you feel like you can take on something else, right, Barney? It's like building that momentum, and like you feel confident and strong, and that you can take on most anything. And so I'm gonna wrap it up. I appreciate you guys all being with me. I'm so excited to have this one-on-one time with you. Darren had to go into town to do some work, so we miss him, but he will probably be back with us on Thursday. Enjoy this beautiful weather. Enjoy your life. Enjoy, be grateful. And today I would love it if you guys can go and do a random act of kindness to anyone. And you probably already did it because you guys are super awesome people. But please come back and share with me what you did or what you have done or what you're going to do, or even if it's tomorrow. You guys are all super amazing people, and I appreciate you all. And we will have our big event June 13th at 1:30 p.m. Jesse and Lori are going to take the lead on that, and Darren and I are going to be there for support and give some great insight, and Tanis is going to rock it and give some of her great knowledge. So, and be looking for some videos from Tanis. I think she might be having something coming up. So, mwah. Love you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you too. Check off. Love you guys. Bye.